We're all here because of the federal budget this week. It was a budget that forgot that young people existed. It was within the budget speech that we indicated that there will be increased mutual obligations to Centrelink, which is absolutely shameful.
Shame! Shame!
The reality is that young people suffer in abusive households or struggle to survive moving out of home without access to welfare payments. Even students moving out of home to attend university can be denied access to income support based on a parent or partner's income. We should be ensuring that Australia's future is well protected by investing in young people to be able to live and study. It is a calculated and deliberate choice by the federal government to be sending young people through the cracks of our welfare system to a potential lifetime of poverty.
Absolutely, this is why we're here. We want to change the age of independence down to 18. We did have a clown booked for his birthday party, but he's stuck inside that building. So he can stay there until he decides to get on with this movement. The entry requirements are far too extreme for an 18-year-old to declare themselves as an independent. They have to be living in a violent household. They have to be calling the police on their partners and their parents. They have to create a case which needs to appease Centrelink workers, when social workers within the Department of Human Resources are far too few to support the young people that need these payments and need this support.
The Swinburne Student Union calls upon the Liberal government to change the age of independence to 18 and provide safety and security to all Australian students by allowing these young people to control their own lives and their own futures.
So my name's Chris Hall. I'm the National Education Officer for the National Union of Students. So we're here out front of Parliament House for the Change the Age protest. It's the campaign that's coming out of the National Union of Students but with our welfare office, and we're here demanding from the Coalition Morrison government to change the age of independence from 22 to 18.
In terms of decreasing the age from 22 to 18, how do you think this will help Australian youth?
So it's not just the age of independence we need to change, we also need to change a lot of the requirements that let students get, on youth allowance and get on these support payments.
What sort of reforms are you looking to do to make in changing the process from having to get a psychologist or psychiatrist letter and get all the parents and stuff in what is usually a broken home in those situations? And would you change it to a statutory declaration?
Yeah, so that's one thing we've considered is a stat dec for people to sign that they are in a home circumstance that is not viable for them. We also want to change the restrictions that are being put on young people in terms of their application process. Yeah. You shouldn't have to have your parents sign to declare you as independent. That's one of the requirements. If you're in a home that is abusive, that's just not going to happen.
So who are you?
My name's Arabella. I'm the Welfare Officer for the NUS.
Apart from the 15,000 signature petition, and I've heard from Chris that you're announcing an official petition next week, and apart from the protest today, is there anything else that the NUS is looking to do, and any other formal organisations or organisations in general that you guys are trying to reach out to currently in terms of addressing this issue?
So we've spent this week in Parliament House trying to get meetings with MPs and anyone who has anything to do with decision making around Centrelink. We have had some success with those meetings and found people to be very empathetic, and from that I think we can continue to build the campaign and also try to work out any measures we can make sure are implemented in the meantime to look after people that are stuck at the moment.
Who are you?
I'm Akshay. I'm the president of the RMIT University Student Union, and I'm from Melbourne.
For RMIT and universities in Melbourne in general, is there any other initiatives or petitions or things that you guys are doing in trying to address this issue? Are you talking to members of Parliament as well?
Yeah, so I think that's where we've been collaboratively working with the NUS as the National Union of Students to kind of raise our voice with the government. And in the local level, we've been participating in surveys and other sort of public campaigns and activities, listening to student feedback and listening to their student stories to make sure that's channeled through NUS to the government, because as we often know, it's very challenging to kind of change an existing system. We often need a lot of data and a lot of case studies. So I guess that's where we are at. We're supporting the campaign and providing that support and backing so that NUS is able to effectively lobby the government to bring the change.